Today, I'm taking you into my kitchen for a full Shabbat dinner prep, starting with our kosher grocery haul. This week's menu is packed with traditional Bukharian staples like Halte Baksh and Haltesvo, as well as some new delights. I want this video to feel like we're prepping for Shabbat together, chopping, mixing, and tasting. I'll show you everything step by step. So whether you're looking for new ideas, cultural inspiration, or just some peaceful homemaking vibes, I hope you'll stay with me. Let's roll up our sleeves and let's get cooking. Be sure to like and subscribe, grab a cup of tea, because we've got lots of cooking together to do. So let's start off with our shopping haul. I get so many messages where you guys want to know what I buy for the week, how much I spend. So this is going to be a grocery haul that I just did, and it should last us an entire week. So come along and I'll show you exactly what I got. So here is everything, and there are certain items in here that are obviously last us more than a week. These were on sale over there. These are 5-pound bags of all-purpose flour. They had 2 of them for $3. I think that's like a steal. I've never seen them that cheap. So that's gonna for sure, I have 4 of them, so that'll at least last us well over a month. And then there's certain things like potatoes and apples, and just they last longer. So let's start off, I guess, with the produce. I've been loving these potatoes. The gala apples are great. Lemons, I use lemons a lot in all of my salads. Cucumbers, tomatoes, avocados, shallots. I've been liking getting shallots for my salads because I feel like if I use a regular onion, like those purple onions, they're just too large. And this is like the perfect size. You take one, it's small and it's perfect. I'm going to be making baksh. So I got tons and tons of cilantro over here. I think I have 5 cilantros in here. I also have dill. I'm going to be making it in a bag this time, so that's going to be interesting for you guys to see. I haven't done this in years. I feel like I haven't shown it in a video. Peppers, and we have some beets, jalapenos, eggplants. One of them I'm going to make the fire roasted eggplant salad with, and the other one I'm going to make like a Moroccan style eggplant salad, which is delicious. We love pickles. Also, I'm having a bunch of kids come over for Shabbat, so I thought this would be great to have some corn on the cob. I'm going to boil it and have it like as an appetizer. String beans, I'm going to try a different recipe that was posted on Instagram, so hopefully that'll be delicious. This is going to be in a soup recipe, the squashes. These are my all-time favorite dips that Bingo has. This is the roasted garlic oil. It's just so good with like challah and sourdough. Hands down, the best tomato dip I have ever tried. And I do not know how to recreate it. I've tried, and I don't know what they put inside of it that makes it taste so good. If any of you know, let me know in the comments below. We needed some more shawarma mix. We love having shawarma in our house. I've been loving getting things in a glass jar specifically. So I used to get the olives in a tin can, but I don't know, I just taste the metal in the pickles. I taste them in the olives and the tomato sauce. Forget about it. I can't even have regular tomato sauce in the tin can anymore. That's why I always buy them in a glass container. We have some yogurts here for Shabbat. I also bought 2 of these flounder fillets. I already used 2 of them for dinner tonight, and I have 1 more left over from the freezer, so I just took it out to show you what I got. Then we have beef stew over here. I'm going to be putting that into my soup. A whole family pack of chicken cutlets. So I'm going to just divide it and place them into gallon Ziploc bags so I can cook with them during the week. Also, I have some lady fingers. I'm going to be making a parve dairy-free version of tiramisu, and that's why I also have this tofu cream cheese. I'll share that recipe with you as well. I'm going to be making some chocolate chipsticks, and I'm going to make 2 different varieties, one with lotus and one with the sprinkles. That's why I got these sprinkles as well, and some pudding that I just wanted to have on hand. So I almost forgot to show you that I also got these things. I also got 2 things of ground lamb and this seafood sticks that are kosher that I like to make like sushi salad with on Saturday. So now we have all of the produce here. So for the grand total of what I spent today from Dingo is $211. So I think it's really good for all of this produce. Wednesdays is also the day that I spend doing my sourdough. I have here enough for 3 loaves, and I'm gonna be just doing my stretch and fold. The dough looks so good. There you go, it's done. We close it up and leave it to the side. So I put most of the groceries away, all of my produce all ready for me to cook with tomorrow. My fruits for the week, my vegetables for the week, and my dairy is all in here. Now I just take a few minutes to organize my meats that I bought. This was the beef stew was too big for us to have as a one meal, so I divided it into 2 different ones, and I'm going to, I guess it stopped working. I need to get a new one, and I just label. This way I can easily tell what each of these are. Maybe it's just wet, because this is cold. Well, okay, I'll figure it out. So now I have all of these ready for me for the week also. I'll either make like schnitzels with these ones, or I'll make sesame chicken, or I'll shred them with barbecue sauce. So that's all said and done. Now, one more thing I want to do today is wash all of my greens. Okay, just walked through the door. It is Thursday, right after work. First thing I did was take out my sourdough. I'm making 3 loaves with them, and I also took like the extra of it and I just rolled it out into a pizza dough so I can make meat pizza for Saturday for lunch with the rest of my meat. So I'll show you what that looks like. So here is the dough. Literally no different recipe. It's the exact same dough that I did my sourdough with. I'm letting them bench rest for about 20 minutes. I rolled this out as thinly as I possibly could. It's still probably going to turn out thicker than what I would like it to be, but I needed something for Saturday for lunch, so it'll have to do. I'm gonna bake this at 400 degrees until it's nice and golden. Okay, the pizza crust is all done. It's gonna cool over here. Actually came out pretty good. I thought it was gonna really puff up, but turned out perfectly. And although today is the day to cook for Shabbat, I still have to feed my kids something for dinner. So we're making some mashed potatoes and some tuna patties over here. I just have like 2 cans of tuna, some scallions, an egg, some seasoning. I'm gonna take some of those mashed potatoes that I'm cooking over there and add them in here, mush it all together and fry them up. Sometimes on Thursdays, it's genuinely so hard to actually film a full Shabbat prep video because there's so much that you don't see. You don't see the kids coming in, doing homework, feeding them dinner, running around, and in between I'm doing these little bits of pieces of actually preparing for Shabbat. So I'll show you what I have going for now. Miriam is here doing the Haltesvo. She's like a pro at it now. She's making it for us every single week. I have put up my eggplant over here to fire roast. I have my beets over there that I'm going to be boiling for a salad. I have these eggplants that's time to flip them. I'm making them for another salad. And I'm about to start marinating my veal. I'm going to be using all of these spices with a bit of oil. Yoshua is doing the garlic mayo. He does an excellent job of that as well. It's nice now that the kids are getting older. They all have their own thing that they're very good at. And they try to help out as much as they can for Shabbat. So it's currently just about 7 o'clock. Shai just walked in through the door. I want to show you the state of my kitchen. Because it's mayhem and I need to quickly just clean everything out. I have dishes galore everywhere. I'm gonna load my dishwasher now, clean up the counters so that I can get the rest of my Shabbat cooking done. Okay, the beets look like they are perfect. So I'm gonna shut them off. So much better now that the sink is a little bit emptier, my dishwasher is on. I'm getting into the cooking mode now. I'm gonna share with you the eggplant salad that we've been loving since I made it on Passover. Some of you have seen the reel and loved it and recreated it. So I'm going to share it with you again here because I don't think I ever included it in one of my YouTube videos. For the salad, we have some either fried, thinly sliced eggplants, or you could bake them like I did until they're nice and brown on both sides. Then you need 1 chili or 1 jalapeno pepper, a little bit of cilantro, and 1 of these little red onions or shallots. Then the marinade, I did not film this one, but I will leave the exact marinade in the description box for you guys to recreate. Now, all I'm gonna do is just put it all together in this container. I'm just gonna place a layer of eggplants on the bottom. Gonna take this marinade, put that on top, then jalapeno peppers go in, some shallots go in, and some cilantros, and I'm just going to stack them one on top of the other until they're all done. That's it, the salad is done, and the longer it sits in the fridge, the more tastier it will be. So that's all done and ready for the fridge. Up next is the soup that I've been making on repeat, I think, for a few weeks now. It's the like Hawaii soup and like a lentil soup all mixed together. It is so good. I'm not using actually lentils, I'm using split peas. It's delicious, it's incredible, we love it, and whenever we host, people are like licking their fingers. And I did show this video in my latest Shabbat prep video, but I figured let me just show it to you again because maybe you didn't see it. So to get started, I'm heating up a pan, a soup pot, a 5-quart pot with a little bit of oil. And I'm gonna drop in some stew meat and spice that up with some Hawaii seasoning. I'm gonna let that saute until it gets nice brown on all the sides so it could have amazing, amazing flavor to it. While the meat is sauteing, I'm gonna quickly prep all the veggies. So we need 2 carrots, 2 celeries, 1 yellow squash, 4 garlic cloves, and 1 onion. Roughly chop them into like 1-inch cubes, because at the end we're going to be pureeing everything. So this kind of size. The meat has browned beautifully. I'm removing it. I'm gonna turn up the heat, add a bit more oil, about like a tablespoon or 2, and drop in all of the veggies to start softening up and sauteing. Carrot overboard. Gonna salt it with about 2 teaspoons of salt, some black pepper, chili flakes, some cumin, coriander, and oregano. And garlic powder, why not? It's been about 5 to 10 minutes. The vegetables have started to soften. So I'm going to be adding in half a cup of split peas or lentils. You can do whatever you guys have at home. You'll also need some beef broth or chicken broth. I made some bone broth, and I'm going to be adding this in. You need 4 cups of this. Now I'm going to let this come to a boil, then let it simmer for 20 minutes until all the vegetables will cook through. So I like to check off as I go. Sourdough is done. Let's see, bourguignon, so the fire roasted eggplant is done. Moroccan eggplant is done. Beets are boiled. This is done. Garlic mayo is done. And the soup is basically done. The meat is in the oven. And instead of a scalloped potato, I think we're gonna do potato kugel. That's gonna be done tomorrow. My daughter made the Haltesvo already. Next up, I'm going to be making the branzino. I have a branzino here that's butterfly filleted, which just means that there are no bones in there. I already seasoned it with some salt and black pepper to taste. I'm going to add in a little drizzle of avocado oil. Whatever leftovers, onions, jalapenos, and cilantro I had from my other salad, I'm just going to put that in the center as well, with some dill, a squeeze of half of a lemon. I sliced up 1 lemon in here. I'm just gonna fold that over. Top with some sliced tomatoes. You can also put in some red peppers, add in some dill. Squeeze some more lemon juice. Add in some salt over the top. And drizzle with some more oil. And that's it. This fish is ready to bake, and everyone is going to be licking their fingers. It is so delicious. Okay, branzino is now also done. And I'm gonna move on to the main dishes of Halte Baksh and Haltesvo. I actually forgot to add in some garlic, so I'm gonna add that right now. all throughout the fish, inside, outside, everywhere. Okay, can't do it one-handedly. So for those of you who may not know, Halte Baksh and Haltesvo are two different meals that are Bukharian. And what does it mean? Halte in Bukharian means bag, and Baksh is the name of the dish. Likewise with Haltesvo, it's the meal that we eat on Saturday for lunch, and it is also made in a cloth bag, which I'll show you in a bit. Both of these meals have rice. In my Baksh, I'm adding in 2.5 cups of raw short grain rice that I've washed thoroughly, and I have here about 4 to 5 large cilantros that I've chopped up finely as well. I'm just gonna wash up my 2 cups of rice for the Haltesvo right now. Okay, it's all washed and ready. I like to just do this simultaneously because why should I just wash for one and not the other? Let's just get it all out of the way. Both of these need 1 onion, so we're going to be dicing that up right now. Let's get comfortable. Ugh, I can finally sit. I don't know, I feel like sometimes it's hard to sit when you're cooking. Do you guys normally sit when you prep, or do you stand the entire time? I tend to stand the entire time just because I feel like I can move, do this, that, but I just need to sit now. Okay, the onion for the baksh is done and I'm putting it in. Oh, I'm gonna cry. On to the next onion. Okay, we're gonna take a short break from the Haltesvo and the baksh because my soup just beeped that it's ready. I'm getting my immersion blender ready. So we're gonna take it and we're going to just put an immersion blender inside and puree the entire thing. Doesn't it look heavenly and delicious? Okay, now my fish is almost ready. Now at this point, we're gonna put the soup back on, add in the rest of our 4 cups of broth. Right in there. It's okay if it's still frozen. I'm actually going to fill up my pot the rest with water because I want it to be full. And at this time we're adding in the meat back inside to cook. Turn the fire on all the way to get it boiling. Another 1/2 cup of lentils go in. I'm adding a little bit more this time because I had just a little bit left over. I didn't want it to just sit around. And that is it. You let this come to a boil, cook for another 20 minutes and it's done. I would adjust my seasonings at this point as well. I would let it come to a boil, taste it for salt and all of that. And if it needs anything else, add it and that's it. You're gonna enjoy it. The meat is going to be so soft that it's going to just fall off, just fall apart. And when I serve it with some cilantro. And if you guys are cilantro haters, you can do some parsley. So mine definitely needs some more salt and some more seasoning, so I'm going to adjust that now. I just took out the veal now to check on it. It's like a huge piece of meat. It's been in there for, I would say about 2 hours, but it's so huge. I'm going to keep it in there for a lot longer. I'm going to just baste it now with all of its yummy juices and put it back inside. There's this like massive bone in here, but it's supposed to be like so tender when it's really ready. It's definitely not ready yet. So here I have about 2 fistfuls of lamb that I've chopped up very small into small cubes, and I have 1 fistful of lamb fat. This is in replacement of oil. So I'm going to divide each of these into half and place some into the baksh right here, and place the other half. I want to place more into the baksh. There's more rice in here. That goes there. And then the meat I'm going to divide in half as well. So this will go for the baksh, and this will go for the Haltesvo. So we are working smarter and not harder by doing this all in one shot at the same time. And that is it. So now the baksh is basically done. I'm just going to season it. For the Haltesvo, which we eat on Saturday, we have to add in 1 cup of dark raisins. I'm going to just slightly like cut them open so they could release its like flavor a little bit. Nothing crazy, not too much. And that's gonna go in. Now I'll show you how I finish them all off. Although I put in lamb fat into each bowl, I didn't put in that much, so I'm going to add in a little drizzle over, not even a half a cup. I'm gonna add in chicken consomme, 1 tablespoon of each, for each of them. I almost have 3 cups of rice here, so I am going to add in 1 full tablespoon of salt because it's going to need it. For the Haltesvo though, I'll do 2 teaspoons of it. Baksh is also gonna get a nice amount of black pepper, some cumin, and coriander. I don't think I add cumin and coriander in this. I think that's it. Now I'm gonna mix it all up and show you the bags. Okay, so these are the bags, the cloth bags where I'm going to be cooking my meals. I got this in my local like Bukharian store, a Middle Eastern store. And I was always taught to first like wash it out so it could be nice and pliable and soft. And you're also gonna need some yarn to close it up. So let's get ready. Okay, now I'm just going to stuff it all inside now that it's been mixed as well as it's ever going to be mixed. So when I'm putting it in, I'm trying to like press it down to one of the corners, and then I'm going to do the same with the other corner of the bag. This is more, I would say, of a delicate version of baksh. There's so many different varieties. There's baksh that you make in a pot, baksh that you make in the oven, which I've been doing for years and years. And then there's baksh where you do it like this in a bag. This is, I think, many people's favorite because it just comes out very differently. It's like the most authentic way to do it. I'm going to be pressing it down. Why? Because as it cooks, the cilantro and the onion and everything's gonna melt, creating a lot of room in the bag, and you don't want the rice to be like all mush kabobbled. So you want it tightly closed. Okay, now into the same bowl, putting in the whole entire bag, trying to clean out my hands as best as I can. Press everything down. smush it. And now we have the yarn. This is always the tricky part. I do it as tightly as I can. I don't leave any space. Just take it and pull on it and do it as tightly as I can. Make a knot and then a bow, and that's it. Cut that off, and now it's ready for me to steam tomorrow right after I get back from work. Many people just boil this entire thing. They put it into water. I don't do that because I find that it gets too mushy, and I love steaming it. So this is what this one looks like. It's all ready. We're gonna do the exact same thing with the Haltesvo. I'm going to give it a good mix. And this is when I always say a prayer that it all comes out delicious and beautiful, that the rice should not be mushy, that everyone that tastes it should be exactly as they want it. Some people like it this way and some people like it that way. So I always pray that whoever eats any meal in my house, it should be the way that they want it. And no, I don't add any water to this. The steam from the pot is going to cook everything beautifully and it's going to turn out amazing. Opening up this one now and filling it up. Okay, same thing now. I'm going to take my yarn, grab a hold of it tightly, and just turn it around, not leaving any space, as best as I can, making it tight. Okay, now I'm gonna make a knot. Okay, this is going to go into the refrigerator and I will steam them tomorrow. We are finally on to the dessert. I have over here 2 egg whites and I'm putting in 1 tablespoon of sugar and we're going to beat that until it's nice and frothy. I'm trying to be lazy because I don't want to wash my bowls, this bowl a million times. So I'm going to see how this is going to work. I can't believe this actually worked. I'm not complaining. So it's nice and stiff. We're gonna set this aside. And we're gonna add in a 1/3 cup of sugar to this. And now I'm going to whip up half of this. So we need 8 ounces of whipped topping that is dairy-free. The cream is whipped and I'm going to be adding this tofutti cream cheese. It is 8 ounces. I'm gonna just plop this all in here. To this egg yolk mixture, I'm going to be adding in the cream cheese and whipped cream. I'm gonna add all of that in here. We're gonna mix it all up. The mixture is ready. We're just going to be folding in the egg whites that we beat first. I'm gonna plop all of that in and gently start folding it in. I've set up my station. I have my lady fingers here. I have my Pyrex rectangle dish. It's nice to have something that you could see through. It just makes it look nice and pretty because you could see all the beautiful layers. Now I'm going to be making my strong coffee. You could use espresso, you could use, I think the authentic way is with liquor or something. I'm just going to use it like this. I'm putting about 3 tablespoons of my instant coffee, mixing it in. These are the kosher lady fingers that I found in my local supermarket. This was actually in Bingo. Bingo had these. I'm gonna take each lady finger and dip it into the coffee. Drain it out as much as I can and place on a tray. I'm gonna add in the cream that we made. I'm gonna dust everything with some cocoa powder. And I'm gonna repeat the exact same thing once or twice more until I'm done. Tiramisu is ready for Shabbat. This next recipe is a chocolate chipstick recipe that I got from Instagram from Salads and Sweets. I made this once before and people couldn't stop eating it. It was so good. I will link her reel and her recipe down below. I'm splitting the batter in half. I'm gonna make 1 lotus and 1 chocolate sprinkles. And that's a wrap for today. I spread them all out. I'm not gonna be baking them tonight because it's just too late. Shai said he'll bake it tomorrow, so it's gonna go in the fridge. Before I go on off to bed, I just checked on my meat and it's looking amazing. You see that? Completely different than what I showed you like 2 hours ago. So now it's done. I'm gonna let this cool and it's gonna go in the fridge. Just got home. The little kids are setting up the Shabbat table. Everything looks beautiful, guys. Shai just made, you have to see these beautiful babkas. The recipe is also in the Beis Yaakov cookbook. They look incredible. We're heating up my soup. The Haltesvo is getting cooked here. And he also put up the chocolate chipsticks. And now I'm going to put my sourdoughs in the oven. I'm going to heat that up and place them inside.
Should we put that one?
The pots are in. It's going to heat up for a few minutes. Then I'm going to place in the sourdough. At 3 hours before Shabbat starts, I put up a steamer basically. This is the bottom portion of the steamer. I'm gonna let the water come to a boil And this is the other part of the steamer, and this is where the bags of food are going to go. So in here now I have some regular potatoes, a sweet potato. I'm going to add in eggs in a little bit. It's boiling now and it's going to boil for the next 3 to 4 hours. And for the Halte Svo that we eat on Saturday is just simply going to stay in here as well. Now over here I have all of these seeds. I have sunflower seeds, I have pumpkin seeds and sesame seeds in here. I'm going to be toasting them up for this delicious salad that our rabbi's wife taught me how to make. It has a delicious dressing that I'll post below in the video so you can recreate it. And it's just simply shredded cabbage, white cabbage, some sesame seeds, and that dressing. Oh my gosh, so good, so simple and delicious. I make a big batch of these toasted sesames, and whenever I need it for Shabbat, I just simply take it and add it to the salad. For the dressing, you're going to need a 1/4 cup of oil. I'm using avocado oil, a 1/4 cup of vinegar, 1 tablespoon of chicken consomme seasoning, sprinkling of black pepper. And lastly, you need 1 tablespoon of mustard. Close the lid, shake it up, and that's your dressing. I'm finally changed and ready, so I'm going to show you everything that has been prepared so far, and I'll share with you the exact menu, the salads, the meals that we're going to be making, the tablescape, so come along. And that's a wrap on this week's Shabbat prep, from the grocery haul to the bubbling pots and homemade desserts. I hope this video brought you warmth, inspiration, and maybe even a new recipe or two to try in your own kitchen. If you enjoyed spending the day with me, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and share it with someone who would love it as well. Wishing you a peaceful, joyful Shabbat from my family to yours.